Welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My show's all about cozy mysteries and romance books. And today I'm finally here with my 25 to start in 2025. These are the 25 new cozy mystery series that I will be starting. Legitimately starting. Will I only read 25? Have I already started a couple that ended up on this list? That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about my 25 to start in 2025. These are the ones you voted on. I had an entire series help me pick my 25 to start in 2025 because I couldn't narrow it down on my own. I wanted to read them all, so there were no wrong answers. So I sent it out to you. I gave you the call for help, and you responded. Here they are. Okay, let's just get right into them. I'm so excited to tell you about these. This is such a great list. I can't wait. Okay, let's go. In 3, 2, 1, go. First up is the Barbara Hollis Cozy Mystery Series. I did have a few on my list that were absolutes. Like, I'm going to start these series. You don't need to vote on them. And this was one of them. This is a 7-book series. The first book is called The Happy Housekeeper's Guide to Homicide, and these covers sold me. I don't think we have a lot of cozy mysteries in this time period. We either have historical in the early 1900s or even before, or we have present day. There might be a couple, obviously, the Country Club and some of those, but we don't have hardly any in that. There's an array of time where we don't get very many, and this is one of them. So I had to try it. I actually have already read the first one. This is by Blythe Baker, and I will tell you about that in my wrap up. This features Barbara Hollis, and Barbara goes to live with her brother, who is a recent widow. Fairly recent widow, and he has 2 sons, and she's going to help take care of them. But Barbara's never really been the housekeeper, cook type, and so yeah, we'll see how Barbara does. 7 books in that series. Next up, another was going to start, was not to be voted on. I had already made the decision that this would be on the list, is the Golden Girls Cozy Mystery Series. This actually comes out in April of 2025. Murder by Cheesecake. Hello. Golden Girls is my all-time favorite show. This is by Rachel Eskram Courage. I hope I'm saying her name right. It says, when Dorothy's obnoxious date is found dead in a hotel freezer, it not only ruins a gorgeous cheesecake, but threatens the elaborate St. Olaf themed wedding Rose is hosting. Things are heating up, and not just because of Blanche's hot flashes. Rose's cousin is eloping to Miami, and Rose is playing host. If she can't balance the groom's family snobbery against the traditional St. Olaf wedding week guidelines, her hometown may never accept her cousin again. And we probably can only imagine the St. Olaf traditions for weddings. I cannot wait for this. I am a little apprehensive. I do have it on NetGalley, so I probably will be reading it soon. My apprehensiveness is that Golden Girls is my all-time favorite show, and I don't want to go in and not give it a fair shot. I also don't want my girls. I don't know. I'm a little apprehensive. I'm excited, but apprehensive. Next up is the Fatal Food Festival. This is by Kathy Wiley, and this, I think, won in its category. So each week had 25 to vote. 25 books, and you voted on like 4 or 5, depending on if I had any set books in that group. And this one, I think, got the most in its group. Claws to Death is the first book. It's right up here. And this is, I don't know how many books are in this series, but it says, join Jackie Norwood, a down-and-out celebrity chef, as she judges cooking contests in Texas. Yes, please. Yes, please. You all know this was recommended to me by my friend Cajun. And one, I will read anything that Cajun recommends me because we like a lot of the same things. I know that if she recommends it, she knows me well enough and we like enough of the same things that I'm going to really, really enjoy it. And I love festivals. It's one of my favorite things in cozies. So I couldn't be more excited to try this series. Next up is, this is a brand new series. There's only one book out in it. It is the Camera Club series. This is by Kara Lacey. I was so excited that y'all voted for this because I have met Kara and she is absolutely lovely. And I'm so excited that this is on my list. First book is called Caught on Camera. It's the only book out right now, just came out. It says blue skies and wildflowers signal the start of summer in southern Vermont, my favorite place for cozy. And the Stone Bridge Keep It Snappy Camera Club lenses are zoomed in on murder. It's more than a year since the sudden death of her husband, and photographer Bobby Brooks wants nothing more than to escape her grief. Fleeing her life in the city, she seeks a fresh start in the serenity of the Green Mountains. But Bobby's new beginning comes to a halt when she finds a member of her camera club dead. Da da da. Cannot wait. Next up at number 5 is the Claire Anderson Murder for All Seasons. Did I write down how many books were in this series? I hope 6 books. 6 books in this series. Book 1 is called Murder at the Snowed Inn. This is by Imogen Plimp. And I'm very excited about it. I was very excited about it. And then someone made a comment about this series and something that had happened in it. And now I'm a little apprehensive, but I'm still going into it with an open mind. It says, because I love murder in different seasons, snow cap. It says murder in the snowy cap. It says, I'm too excited. Sorry. Let me calm down. Murder in the cozy snow-capped mountains. Yes, please. Okay. It says, heartbroken after her beloved husband's death, Claire Anderson, proud foster mom, dog mom, and culinary artisan, decides to try her hand in a new beginning, renovating an old B&B in Maryland. I think that sounds lovely. Like I said, there was a comment that was made about some stuff that happens, and I'm like, oh, but alas, here we are, gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go in open-minded, and I'm gonna love it. Next up, y'all know me so well. Okay, I will say this. There were, I think, 3 different times where there were ties for the last spot on my list. If there was a tie, I'm going to be completely transparent for you. I was the deciding vote. If there was a tie, if my last 5th one in that particular group had 10 votes, there was 2 or 3 different series that had 10 votes. I was the 11th vote. I was the deciding factor. It's what I say goes. And I think that was the case in this one, but y'all know me so well. I could not pick it. It is the Matinee Classics Cozy Mystery Series. This is by Della Pearl. Book 1 is called Here's Looking at Murder, Kid. Did I do that well? There are 3 books out in this series. And it says it's a small town movie theater running classic Hollywood titles. I am so excited. Sweet Penny Cove hasn't changed much since Stevie Jewell grew up there. Though the dead body she finds in the movie theater is new. Not surprisingly, the death casts a shadow on her best friend's cinema house, where Stevie is a silent partner. Oh, I hope this goes for a long time, and I hope I love this series. This is right up my alley. I cannot wait. Next up, you guys overwhelmingly voted for this one. It is the House Flipper Cozy Mystery Series. This is by Diane Kelly. I love Diane Kelly's writing. I've read multiple of her other stories, so I'm very excited that this is on here. First book is called Dead as a Door Knocker. There are 7 books out in this series. It says that meet Whitney Whitaker, a hopeless romantic when it comes to real estate. She knows what it takes to find and flip the home of one's dreams. A fixer-upper is like catnip to Whitney, and she can't resist the challenge of turning an eyesore into a priceless work of art. Like I said, overwhelmingly voted for this, so I'm so excited for it. Next up is a series that was for sure going on this list. It was one that I didn't ask for votes for. This will be on here. It is the Murder at the Morrissey Cozy Mystery series. Book 1 is called A Body in 3B. I'm going to put it up right up here. But I got a copy of this because I met Aaron Scott at last year's Ashland's Mystery Festival in Ashland, Oregon. It takes place every year in October. Go check it out. It's put on by Ellie Alexander. It is where the Bake Shop series takes place. That festival makes you feel like you are in a cozy mystery. Highly recommend. Okay, so I met Erin there, and I told her that I was planning on reading this book, and then the next day I see her, and she lovely gifted me a signed copy, and I can't thank you enough, Erin, and I'm so excited to be reading this. I'm also going to be interviewing Erin. I think it's on the 30th of January. Pretty sure we decided on the 30th. I will double check that. I cannot wait. It is in January, and I'm so excited. She is awesome. So this one is like a play on Only Murders in the Building. I'm so excited for it. It takes place in Seattle. It says, when Meg Dawson moves to the Morrissey, which is the name of the building, after quitting her career as an artist, she thinks she's found a safe haven. But when she discovers a murdered resident, Meg realizes that her sanctuary may not be as secure as she thought. It quickly becomes clear that the police are lacking an important piece of the investigative puzzle because of her ability to communicate with ghosts. Meg has information about the man's death no one else knows. Ripley, Meg's ghostly best friend, is confident that they can solve the mystery and keep the residents safe. I really need my eyes checked. Every time I go to read, I'm like, oh, I cannot wait. There are 4 books out in the series. Actually, I think there's more, but I wrote down 4. I don't think that's correct. This next one got a ton of votes too. I was so excited because I haven't heard much about this series, so it was really cool that it got so many votes. It's the Postmistress Cozy Mystery series. Book 1 is called Death Takes Priority. This is by Jean Flowers. I don't know much about this myself. I love variety, and I was like, oh, it's a post office cozy. Let's do it. It says, after caring for her dying aunt and being dumped by her fiance, Cassie Miller decides to return to her small town to lick her wounds. Yeah, that's a lot. And live in the house where she was raised, leaving behind her managerial position in the Boston Main Post Office. Cassie trades in her tailored suits and high heels for the comfortable blue shirt and red, white, and blue striped scarf of the postmaster for North Ashcott, Massachusetts. Ooh, I can't wait. That seems like there will be a lot of gossip and a lot of, I cannot wait for this. There are 3 books out in this series. Excited for that one. Number 10 is the Bread and Batter Cozy Mystery series. This is by Caroline Barrett. Book 1 is called Bun for Your Life. Hilarious. It says 2 bakery owners get mixed up with murder. Cannot wait. I did not write down how many are in this series. It says, as co-owners of the Bread and Batter Bakery in Destiny, New York, Molly Taylor and Olivia Williams have plenty on their plates. Molly is recently divorced and looking for a place, but they're also preparing for Destiny's annual Apple Harvest Fair. The bakery has a booth where they will be selling not only delicious cupcakes and cider donuts, but also tote bags and t-shirts emblazoned with the bakery's logo. Tensions rise at the fair when local orchard owner Callista discovers organizers have assigned her usual booth to Bread and Batter. Although a heated argument ensues between her and Molly, the bakery manages to rake in lots of dough. I see what you did there. But when Callista is found strangled with one of their t-shirts, oh yeah, that's bad. That's bad. They have to figure out what's going on. I cannot wait. I love bakery cozies, and I have been loving bread shop cozies. There's a couple different ones I've read, and I have enjoyed them so much. Next up at number 11, I was so excited for this because I believe it takes place in Florida. And even if it doesn't, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. It's a resort. It's a resort cozy. It is the Port Sunset Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Penthouse, Pools and Poison. This is by Louise Stevens. It says, when the obnoxious guest in the penthouse is poisoned beside his private pool, my daily planner is turned upside down. I'm Millie Wentworth, Assistant General Manager of the swanky Gulf Palms Resort and Spa. Ooh, that's all I needed to know. There are 4 books in this series. I cannot wait for a resort cozy. I just think that sounds amazing. Next up, thank you guys all so much. I know y'all know me so well. You guys, I love y'all. It is the Renaissance Fair Cozy. This got a ton of votes and I was so thrilled. Book 1 is called Wicked Weaves. This is by Joyce and Jim Levine. I wanted to read this forever. I love the Renaissance Fair. Oh my gosh, so excited for this one. It takes place at a Renaissance fair. The main character is an assistant professor who spends her summers there. 8 books in this series. Cannot wait. Next up, this one got a ton of votes. It is the Apron Shop series by Elizabeth Penny. Book 1 is called Hens and Homicide. Did I write down how many are in this series? 3 books in this series. It says, welcome to the quaint village of Blueberry Cove, Maine. Oh, I love it. Where an expert seamstress turned amateur sleuth is getting measured for murder. Our main character is Iris. She is so ready for a change. So ready. SCW. I get it. After the death of her beloved grandfather, Iris decides to return to her main hometown to help out her widowed grandmother, Anne, and bring her online handmade apron designs to real-time retail life. Her and Anne's shop, Ruffles and Bows, is set to include all the latest and vintage linen fashions, a studio for sewing groups, classes, and a friendly orange cat to boot. I am here for this. 3 books. Oh, I'm so excited. Next up at number 14, it's the Darling Deli series. I'm so glad y'all pushed me into this. Y'all know I love Patty Benning. I'm reading her pizza series, and I wanted to start this one, but there's so many books in it. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I just needed a little shove, and now I have it. Book 1 is called Pastrami Murder. There are 33 books in this. This is why I needed the shove. It says the shores of Lake Michigan form the backdrop for smart and sassy Moira Darling's thriving deli shop. Moira's small town world is turned upside down when one of her crosstown rivals is found murdered. Cannot wait. A deli just sounds like a really fun place for a cozy to me. I don't know. It just does. Next up at number 15 is the Agnes and Effie Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Bad Housekeeping. This is by Maya Chance. It says, when 28-year-old Agnes, the contented bifocals wearing half of an academic power couple, is jilted by her professor boyfriend for the town Pilates instructor, her future is suddenly less than certain. So when her glamorous eccentric great aunt Effie arrives in town and offers a job helping to salvage the condemned stagecoach inn, what does Agnes have to lose? But work at the inn has barely begun when the unlikely duo finds a body of the manipulative Kathleen Todd, with whom Agnes and Effie both have recently had words with. That's always bad news, right? Like that just starts, 2 books out in this series. I love books that take place at inns. This was very excited for this one. Next up, this is one that probably got the most votes in its category. It is the Pen and Ink Cozy Mystery Series by Krista Davis. Y'all love this series, guys. Color Me Murder is book number 1. This is it says, by day, Flory Fox manages Color Me Read bookstore in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. By night, she creates her own detailed coloring books for adults. Wow. And it takes place in D.C. Wow, I don't know that I realized it took place in D.C. I feel like this is a great book for the Cozy Mystery Road Trip Challenge. thank you. There are 4 books in this series. I can't wait to start it. Next up at number 17, this one got a lot of votes. It is the Happy Campers Cozy Mystery Series by Mary Angela. Book 1 is called Open for Murder, and it says, deep in the heart of touristy small town Spirit Canyon, South Dakota, former journalist Zoe runs the Happy Campers gift shop where she sells everything from locally made souvenirs to memorabilia. Oh, you guys know me so well. Oh, I love gift shop. This sounds so fun. Touristy town, South Dakota. I've never read a South Dakota cozy. Y'all just ticked off so many boxes for me. Y'all, oh my gosh, thank you so much. There are, I don't know how many books in this series. I guess I didn't write it down. I apologize. Number 18 is the Cookie House Cozy Mystery Series. And then there were Crumbs. Bet you thought I was going to say something different. This is by Eve Calder. It says she's a talented pastry chef with a secret recipe for solving crimes. Welcome to the Cookie House. Katie McGuire's life was sweet in Manhattan before she lost her restaurant job and fiance both. Ooh. But sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And soon she finds herself starting from scratch in the island town of Coral Cay, Florida. Okay, I did not know this. It has everything she's looking for. Sunny beaches, friendly locals, and a help wanted sign in the bakery shop window. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that is awesome. 3 books out in this series. I had no idea this took place in Florida, and I really would never have guessed that. Next up is the Soup Lovers Cozy Mystery Series. You guys voted a ton for this, and here it is. This is by Connie Archer. Book 1 is called A Spoonful of Murder. Soup is like my favorite thing in the world, food-wise, because there's so much. I love every kind of soup except for tomato. Don't do tomato. But, oh my gosh, I make so much soup. When we lived in Illinois, my crock pot was filled with soup from the start of winter every day through the end, basically. A different kind of soup. I love it so much. Winter is big business in small town Snowflake, Vermont. Oh, I love Vermont for a cozy. Vermont is like my probably top place for a cozy. It's just, I've never been to Vermont, but for whatever reason, I feel like Vermont is the epitome of cozy. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's how I feel. And Snowflake, Vermont, that sounds adorable. Tourists arrive to hit the ski slopes. And what can be more satisfying after a chilly day of carving powder than a steaming bowl of soup? I don't know. I'm a little apprehensive about this because I started or I finished book 1. I don't remember if I finished it or not, but there was something about book 1. But this has been, I mean, it's been several years. I just was so excited for it. I don't know if I built it up too much in my head or what. But anyways, it didn't work for me. So I'm going into this with a little bit of apprehension, but an open mind because I want a soup cozy so bad. Next up is the Beach Cocktail Cozy Mystery Series. This is by Lydia Lane. Book 1 is called Mai Tais and Murder. It says, I was there when they found him. Dun, dun, dun. I was just trying to enjoy my honeymoon. The one I was on alone after my fiance gave me the Miss Havisham treatment 2 hours before the rehearsal dinner. What? I wanted to relax, drink cocktails, do yoga, meditate in a mud bath, maybe find myself, maybe find someone else. Yeah, holy moly, that is horrible. What I found was a man floating in the bay at the resort. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I think that there are 3 books out in this series currently, and book 4, actually, I think there's 4 books out in this series, maybe more. Can't wait to read it. I am loving the idea of resort cozies. Number 21 is the Mary Wrath Cozy Mystery Series. I asked, you listened. This is by Leslie Langtree. It says it's supposed to be like this really laugh out funny cozy, and that is so for me. First book is called Merit Badge Murder. This says when CIA agent Mary Wrath is accidentally outed, she's forced into her early retirement, changes her appearance, and moves where no one else will ever find her. Iowa. And there she becomes a Girl Scout troop leader, but she can't stay out of solving crime. And I cannot wait. There are 34 books in this series, so it's quite the commitment, but it just sounds so laugh out loud funny. I'm so excited for it. Number 22. Let me just say, I have to stop for a second. So number 22 had the most votes out of any series on any of the 5 groups, including one person voted for this 4 times. Instead of voting for 4 different series, she just wrote down this same series 4 times. Yeah. So you guys said I need to read it. Here it is. I got it. It is the White House Chef Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called State of the Onion. I know that this is Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I believe this is her favorite cozy series of all time. She's been recommending it forever. So, Elizabeth, this is the year. It says, introducing White House Assistant Chef Olivia Parris, who is rising and sleuthing to the top. Never let him see you sweat. That's White House Assistant Chef Olivia's motto, which is pretty hard to honor in the most important kitchen in the world. She's heck bent on earning her dream job, executive chef. There's just one thing. Her nemesis is vying for it too. Well, that and the fact that an elusive assassin wants to see her fry. What? There are 9 books in this series. I'm telling you, overwhelmingly the most amount of votes. Can't wait to check out what all the hubbub is about. Next up, I was so glad y'all voted on this one. It is the Sunny Side Up Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Diners, Drive-Ins, and Lies. This is by Misty Simon. I love Misty Simon so much. I met her several times at Malice. She is a hoot. I love her so much. I was so excited y'all voted for this. Welcome to the Sunny Side Up Diner, where the pancakes are fluffy, the bacon is crisp, and the murder should not be on the menu. Jack's Tap Man. Oh my gosh. Jack's Tapman has lived in a small town her whole life. On one hand, it's helped her dream of buying the local diner with her best friend come true, and their newly opened business is hopping. On the other hand, it means everyone knows her, and she pretty much never gets away with anything. Yeah, that's so true in a small town. There are a lot of expectations that come along with being the town darling. Oh, yeah. So when Jax finds a dead body behind her Aunt Hildy's restaurant, surely no one will truly believe she did it, right? Wrong! The victim was strangled with swag from Jackson's diner, and suddenly every eye is squarely on her, town darling or not. Enter Elliot Taylor, Aunt Hildy's new cook and a former cop who grudgingly agrees to help Jax clear her name and save the diner's reputation. I think there's only 1 book out so far. This is a brand new series. I cannot wait. The title, the cover. I love Misty. It sounds so fun. Number 24, the Craft Fair Knitters Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called A Wicked Yarn. This is by Emmy Caldwell. I love the cover on this one. It says a killer may craft the perfect crime, but as every knitter worth her yarn knows, murder will out. Mother's Day should be a cinch for the good folks of the Crandallsburg Craft Fair. A knitting enthusiast, Leah, has a good feeling about this year's yield. But then things quickly get naughty when Leah's daughter announces she's quit her job, and Leah finds herself tangled up in the murder of her best friend's ex-husband. While Belinda's alibi quickly gets her off the hook, nasty rumors spread throughout Crandallsburg that shroud the entire fair in suspicion. And at number 25, again, I cannot thank y'all enough. Y'all know me so well. It is the Dodie Odell Cozy Mystery Series. Book 1 is called Showtime. This is by Suzanne Troth. I hope I'm saying the name right. It says, the tide has turned for Dodie Odell since a hurricane upended her life on the Jersey Shore. Now, she's further up the coast in sleepy Edenville, managing a restaurant that dishes dinners themed around the community theater's latest production. I cannot wait! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Thank you all so much for these. You did an amazing job. You know me so well. This made me so happy. Y'all have no idea how happy this made me. I do want to know what ones, new series you guys are most excited about starting, new to you series in 2025. Give me a big thumbs up for this video, and until next time, may all you future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everybody!